Guys, what's going on? Welcome in to the scope. It's a week of talking about video games, and that's what we're gonna do because that's what we do. And I think that was the best intro I've ever had today.
Welcome to the show that you were expecting
Yes,
what you were expecting.
it's everything that you'd hope for, plus maybe minus some more. So
Probably minus.
probably minus. This week, as you can tell if you're watching, the audio listeners don't even know yet, but it's just me and Blue this week. The visual listeners or the visual listeners. Oh my! Should we just start over? Should we just like,
And we're done. All right, see you guys next week.
guys? That's
We'll
a
we'll try
show.
again.
Thank you for tuning in. I super appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one. No, I'm gonna try it again. The visual people saw that it's just the two of us. The audio people didn't. That's why I'm letting you know, because I'm a wonderful
Yeah.
podcast host. How I got to remember that now. Like when I start to tell people like how they can share the podcast and help out and stuff. And I need to address specifically the visual listeners.
Correct. Correct. You know, it was funny. I was streaming today, and my mic cut off on Discord, but not the stream. And I was like, "Oh wait, chat, can you hear me?" And then yeah, I was like, "We can hear." And then someone in chat was like, "But can you hear us?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can totally hear you guys. Yeah, clearly."
Certainly, that's that
I
is
can I can
visual listening
hear I can hear exactly. I can hear chat. So
by reading it. The voices in my head are reading it.
there's voices for every single one, even though I've never seen them before, and I probably never will. Who knows?
You have
I have
you,
voices for all you guys in chat,
you have
even
made
you
up
guys.
voices for them. That's sweet.
Yep, yep,
Wonder what it's like. You could probably make it with AI. That's what everybody's doing.
yeah, yeah. Will be replaced.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't think AI can do as bad as I do. That might be my saving grace. I might be one of the only creators that
Dude, Bigfoot's gonna take your job, dude.
because I'll stand out.
AI
Bigfoot's
Bigfoot.
not real, or is he?
Oh,
Oh, I don't know. Do you think Bigfoot's real?
I don't know what those pictures were, man. You know,
I,
maybe it was someone. I think it's someone in a costume making a joke.
I feel I feel like I'm one of the only I feel like I'm one of the only people on the internet that can say I don't know. I don't know if he's real or not because I haven't.
Would you even care at this point if someone like gave you concrete evidence that
No,
Bigfoot was real?
I've entertained both ideas in my head so much I'd probably be like, "Oh, cool."
Cool.
Anyway,
What's for dinner?
and
Jeez,
go
you know?
on with my day.
It's
Probably how it would be.
like when we
Uh,
found out aliens are real, dude. You know, it's like,
they
oh,
probably
cool.
are.
Anyways,
I don't know. I haven't been to space. I can't even understand space. Is that what we're going to talk about today?
yeah, we're going to
Space?
Mars. Next podcast episode will be on Mars.
In my lifetime. Yeah, I don't know. I might have said this before. I don't understand the infatuation going to Mars because it's
I
like,
mean, in our lifetime, we'll see a moon base. That's kind of cool.
will we? Was the moon
I think
landing
so.
real? Do we take it
I think
there?
that. Oh, jeez.
Yes. No, man. Like we got to get to Mars because our planet's gonna die. And then I'm like, newsflash, Mars is already dead. So like, that's where you're going.
You're gonna terraform it, man. Come on. Have
Oh
you
well,
ever seen any science fiction movies?
why don't we just terraform here because we're closer? Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Do whatever you're doing,
Like, think
Elon. Just
about that.
keep
Think
trucking,
about that
buddy.
one. Yeah, let Elon put some Teslas in space.
Let him cook. Fine.
You know, let him cook. He's making
Do
Tesla
whatever you
computers,
do.
man.
Finn is talking about some wild stuff in chat. Somebody's growing an alien at home.
You know what I thought he
Terrified.
meant is like those little like those kid toys back in the day. You just put it like in water and it grows. You know, and then it
It's
looks like
probably
a
just a
little
chia pet
alien.
for like the
That's probably
grass
what it
makes
is.
the hair.
Yeah.
That's what I would assume. Um, guys,
You're
my
welcome.
name's Crash. This is Blue the Robot. Um, we just kind of took a spin around the internet there. How are you doing, man?
Good, man. Good. It's been busy, man. I'll be honest. It's been nonstop. It's been nonstop. Uh, gosh, what was it? Just doing some Incursion River stuff in the background. Did a dev stream today. That was fun. Did it with our new lead AI developer from the Tarkov mod, SBT. So that was cool. Actually getting to play with him and talk to him, and um, just giving the chance for the audience to ask him questions and him answer those as well too. So especially after the last dev update, we were able to talk about more. And then yeah, I mean, I'm just doing a lot of like armor or forger stuff. You know, been working on that. It's been cool to see. Eventually PvP will come into that server as well too. So I'm looking forward to that when the factions start coming into play. And then I even got to talk to the mod author as well too for that mod as well too. Um, and he's on vacation. Dude, this guy took a trip to North Korea. Like he went and visited North
On
Korea. I didn't even
purpose?
know you could do that. Yeah,
Like he
on
went there on
purpose.
purpose?
On purpose, dude. I'd visit. I'd go visit just to see how crazy it looks.
Huh.
Seen those
I
videos of
wouldn't.
like the fake grocery stores or like the fake airports, you know, to make it look like people are actually in there shopping and stuff. And it's crazy, man. It's just a whole different way of life. I want to go see in
I
person.
don't.
Would I leave? I don't know. Would I be able to be left alone? If they check my social media, they might not let me leave. So that's the only issue.
Yeah. That's why I'm not going. I
Yeah.
also I don't want to sit on a plane that long. And if I was gonna sit on the plane that long, I'd go somewhere cool.
Do you not? What's the longest plane trip you've taken?
I flew to Hawaii.
How
So
was that?
the trip from Cali from San Fran to Hawaii, like what, 5 or 6 hours? 6 hours maybe on the plane.
Did you go from where you're at to California
Yeah,
and then?
I had to fly. Had to fly from here to Denver, Denver to L.A., then L.A.
Ooh,
to
that's a lot. That's a lot of
L.A.
layovers.
to Hawaii.
Hawaii. That's how the locals call it. Uh.
I don't think they do.
No- oh, you're leaving me out
The
on this
locals
one.
here
All
in
right.
Kansas, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
My
said the
kind of
locals over
locals.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I said the locals down here in the south. You know.
yeah. The the Kansas
Hawaii.
the hill folk, Hawaii. Oh. So
Oh
yeah,
man.
dude, I've been shooting my bow, getting ready for deer season.
Oh yeah, I went
Pretty
shooting
ex-
last weekend too.
pre-
Duh.
pretty excited. Oh yeah, you went to the range. I saw some
Went
pictures.
to the range,
I
dude.
saw you doing some
Finally.
weapon swap stuffs.
Yeah, yeah. I need a battle belt. I definitely need something to a better holster.
I was
But
gonna give you a hard time for trying to find your holster. You looked like you had a hard time.
yeah, yeah. There was definitely a moment I was just like, what the? Come on, man. I've done this multiple times. Why
At
am I
least you're
messing up
not a
now?
Secret Service lady on a video.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I've seen that video before.
From yeah.
She was trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could
Yeah.
not find.
No.
That wasn't that bad. It wasn't that
No, it wasn't. See,
bad. And
you're still work.
they don't allow the P320s on the range anymore. So on our range at least.
That's probably good.
So, yeah, yeah. No SIGs. No more SIGs. Unless you have like an older steel, hammer fired SIG, that'd be cool. But
Dang. Have it
good
Are
stuff.
they getting that fixed?
I
I don't
don't know,
even know
man.
what
I
happened.
think
Like,
I think that's I think that'll be going down in history as like they're gonna take that to the grave. I don't think they'll ever own up for it.
hmm,
But it just
that's
made me want to be outside more. That's for sure. I want to be. It's getting cooler ish, you know. So I'm excited, like to go get ready for camping season and whatnot. So just want to be outside, man. I
yeah,
just
me
want to go
too.
touch grass.
Me too. Took the sun fishing a couple times. I got like a ton of time off these next 2 weeks, so I've just been
Oh, 2 weeks,
been wanting to be
nice.
outside. But as far as gaming goes, just been playing Arena Breakout Infinite like crazy. I think I'm just gonna main that all the way up till Battlefield's launch. Cause dang it,
Yeah,
man. They pretty much, we'll talk about today, like the Steam reception that it's been getting. I'm interested to keep an eye on it because they essentially did everything I wanted to make it like my favorite extraction shooter. Like they said they did every single change that we wanted as like a community, and like I said,
Mhm.
all of them.
Mhm.
So it's cool to see it like, hey, I was kind of on the mark with my opinions, so that was cool. And then we got Battlefield 6 in like 20 something days, like holy. And then they said
It's going faster, man. It's crazy.
it's going quick. And then they talked about the BR is going to be launching the 28th of October, just right after. So like the BR is going to be out before Black Ops 7. And then you got Arc Raiders. Yeah, we talked about the movement nerfs today.
Yeah, we'll mention it. We'll talk about it when we get to that point. That's why we left it for the last or towards the last.
Yeah, those were my most controversial takes and things I've ever had on Twitter. Was when I said the movement was fine. Didn't say it was great, didn't say it was good, didn't
Oh
say it was
yeah,
awesome. I just said the
we'll jump
movement was
off a
fine.
cliff, crash.
And dude, you
That's that
it
was
sounds
crazy, dude.
it's kind of a dumb moment when I say it out loud because I said it out loud in my head. You can't really have a normal conversation on the internet anymore. But then again, I don't think
Nope.
you ever could. But you can't really like debate anything without freaking out. I think you just
Yeah,
have to lose your mind is the proper way to talk to people on the internet.
I feel like we've had this exact conversation last time. It was just you and me. I really think so. I'm getting serious deja vu right now.
I'm sorry.
Internet sucks, man.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but we're here. We're a shining light of talking about video games that you guys love so much. It's
Yeah,
great.
including Call of Duty.
Yeah, we're gonna get we're get what would you guys do if we'll take Battlefield 6 completely off the list and we'll just talk about COD.
Black Ops 7, baby.
Black
Let's
Ops 7 is
go.
so back, dude. Thoughts? Should we do a poll? You guys want to talk about Black Ops 7 instead of Battlefield? Is it gonna happen? Oh, excuse me. Is it gonna happen? Is Battlefield 6 gonna dethrone COD? Like, will it can't, right? Like, it's not possible. Is it? Like,
It's changed so much that it got a new audience, to be fair. So
yeah, maybe a younger demographic that loves
I think
colorful,
so.
crazy
And then they're
skins.
gonna grow up with it, and then that's the Call of Duty they enjoy. So
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure I feel bad though for those like strictly Call of Duty content creators. They just have to deal with it. They can't they can't back out.
Yeah. I mean, they can, but
They
wouldn't
can, but they
wouldn't be
won't.
good.
They won't. They won't.
All right. Should we talk about video games and stuff?
Think so.
Okay. All right. Not a bad idea. So the first topic that I actually put on here is called "Is Active Matter Good?" And I'm serious, guys.
No, chat,
It
help us out.
no chat. Is it good? Because we haven't played it. All right. Well, next subject is no. I'm kidding. So the reason I wanted to at least talk about it is because it's not too often I get like this many people coming into my Twitch chat and stuff saying, "Dude, is it? Or have you played Active Matter? Have you played Active
Have you
Matter?
heard
Are
of
you gonna
it?
check it out?
Yeah.
Have you been hearing it a bunch too?"
Yeah, because it literally has stalker anomalies and weird creatures. So yeah, everyone in my especially my stalker circle specifically, all my fellow creator friends, they're like, bro, you got to try it out. I'm like, dude, I don't have the time to try a new game right now, to be honest. Like, as much as I would love to, but um, everything I've seen so far, it's looking good. It's also it's still so early in development. I'm not saying it's like an early, oh, it is early access, but it's not as early as someone might think because it is a bigger company too. So it's by Gaijin
What else did
Entertainment.
they make?
So War Thunder,
That's the one.
Enlisted, yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So you gotta,
that's why it's like Enlisted FPS gameplay was not the greatest. So, already off the bat, I was like, ooh, now they're making a primarily first person focused game. I'm still waiting. What happened to the War Thunder first person gameplay, bro? Like,
yeah,
what
that was
happened
like
to
it.
that, bro? I
Was
know
it
that was an
actually an
April
April
Fool's
Fool's
joke.
joke? Yeah, was it?
Yeah, I
Maybe
guess
it was.
so. I don't know. I'm waiting for that, dude.
Uh,
I don't think we'll ever get that, but
so
no, they'll work on
yeah,
active
so
matter though.
with that, I'm not familiar with them really at all. So you're saying the you didn't like the weapon handling and stuff and recoil and all that?
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't because it wasn't like primarily based. It almost felt more like an afterthought in Enlisted. It was very floaty. Um, so it was very floaty. It was very I don't know, I felt cheap. It felt cheap. But the vehicle combat, the planes, the tanks, all that stuff felt great. But that's what their main focus is. So um that's why I'm like, I can see. I've heard a lot of my friends that were playing it. Attack the Gamer was playing it. Jakey Pants was playing it, and those guys were saying like the gunplay got better after this next play test. So I guess they learned from their mistakes. But even just the gameplay is like there's some moments where I'm just like, are you? I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to be. I know Fry played it as well too, and he said he enjoyed it for what it was. Jack Fracture's playing, of course, all the bigger streamers and content creators are playing it as well. So like it's making waves. But it's only on their launcher as well too. It hasn't come to Steam yet. So that's why I'm like also waiting for it to come to Steam, but that won't be till next year. So
Yeah,
but it's coming to every single console as well too. So
I saw Steam says 2026.
yeah. So it'll
Is
release
there
next year it's a PC and console as well. So
is there a concern like is War Thunder pretty microtransaction and pay to winny?
yeah, but I don't think that'll happen with this game
That's
since
what my
it's an
question was.
extraction game. Yeah. There is like a hideout too that you can like customize weapons, put all your weapons in and put them on the wall and showcase your cool stuff and whatnot. So if they ever did bring a pay to win element to that, they would totally just, kill them, to be fair. I know
Unless they
they
got
have no
rich.
plans. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're gonna be free to play. Um either, which is from the developers and their like questions thing. So that's nice. They even like they mentioned specifically that free to play titles, this is quoted, free to play titles usually carry lighter penalties for cheaters upon being banned. So like they even had that in mind when it comes to uh pricing the game, is that if we made it free to play, then it's easier for cheaters to come back in. So it's like, okay, all right, at least you have that in your mind as well.
Yeah, they said they're adding Battle Eye. They're working on adding replays and a report system similar to other
Hmm.
Gaijin titles. Um,
Gaijin.
a lot of feedback. We hope to start a more concrete timeline by the end of October. So it sounds like almost like maybe early 2026.
I think so. I think that's what I'm saying. It's not like super early access where it's like, oh, it's like almost like a prototype or even, a little bit after. It's not just like playtest with like missing graphics and stuff, but I think, yeah, early 2026 sounds more reasonable. Yeah, and that's another thing too. It's like, I don't know what's going on. Like, first we had, the Respawn said it, we had, Beautiful Light with their playtest, and then we have this. So it's like, I'm curious. And then there's that other game that I didn't hear about that I watched Fry's video on that for some reason I completely missed during Gamescom and the live show. I guess they said it was on the live show. Is that other new PvPvE game that you can control a monster that's also like, it looks like Hunt Showdown with SCP stuff, or like it's more horror based, but it's also a PvP shooter as well too. So it's like, what's going on? Like, why did all of a sudden like a bunch of these extraction games or like these like slow paced tactical shooters start going to like the more horror uh side as well too? I'm very curious when that
I
started.
feel like what
You know?
happened was it was just the progression of Hunt Showdown had really good success, and it's been a game that's steadily grown over time, and it's got a really solid player base now, to where somebody's like, we should make this but make it modern.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of what happened. So yeah, Project Spectrum, is that the one you're talking about? And then
Yeah. Yeah.
which man,
It looked great, I'll
yeah.
be
Well,
honest.
and it's by Tencent. So
Yeah,
it
and
does
team
it
yeah,
make
Team J specifically too.
does
Yeah.
it make you worry a little bit about Beautiful Light? Because that's what they're trying to do. And
I
they're
know. I didn't even realize that. True. Yeah. Because it's like Beautiful Light, as much as I love the team and what they're working on. Like, I hope they don't get overshadowed by these other bigger games, you know, especially in the same market. You know,
Yeah, because they've
they're
had
it's literally the same market.
yeah, these guys are heavy hitters that are entering that exact same space. Like,
Hmm.
and Beautiful Light is a small team, and they're cranking and they're having play tests and they're working on it. It's getting a little closer each day, but when you have Gaijin and a 10-cent studio throw their hat in the ring, that's a different level just because of the sheer
Yeah,
like people power behind it. The amount of people sitting at desk working on it
their
is
resources in general.
yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So I don't know, man.
Um,
Yeah, I just feel like there was like an awakening of like when Hunt Showdown was doing good, like a whole bunch of people arrived at the same conclusion at the same time. It's like we got to make a modern one of these, and off they went. Now they're getting closer to completion.
yeah, I mean it's
That's how
crazy
it
even
feels.
just like from Hunt Showdowns. Like I remember playing it when it first released and it was so unoptimized and it was a really low player base to what it is now. So it had a nice good continuous growth cycle. It had its dips for sure. But if you start from now to I'm sure you look at the Steam charts, you can just see that upward trend. Um yeah, it's I'm sure it's inspired a lot of these other games for sure. So um, as for active matter, I will wait and see. I mean, so far they're kind of like answering some pretty cool questions. Like they've said some really good stuff, especially in like because it is on the launcher, and I'm sure we'll talk about it when we get to ABI as well too, because it's like it's on its own launcher, and then when it goes to Steam, like um would you have to can you transfer over the stuff that you earned over there to Steam for free? But they said it depends on Valve specifically, so they just like
Yeah,
put it on Valve's
it
shoulders.
depends. It probably depends if they're gonna have the launcher launch in between, like have Steam launch their launcher and then the game. Then you
Yeah.
probably can. That's how it works in
Yeah.
ABI. So if you are in ABI and you've been playing on the launcher and you want to switch it to Steam, you have to uninstall the game, then reinstall it on Steam, and then it has you log in the first time you launch it on Steam to your Level Infinite account, and then
Okay.
that'll
That
tie
should be
everything in.
simple then.
So that's what it'll probably do, but you'll probably always have that little intermediate launcher, which is just annoying,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. They even like they mentioned about like the music in their game being like copyright strike free, which is really nice. So they have like content creators in mind, one making this game. Um, they also had it where it was the balance between your casual players and competitive players is a big thing. So it's like they're having isolated raids as well too. So I don't know if that's like if they meant PvE only by that,
That's how I read it.
right? So it's like just you. Um but they also mentioned that it's not a casual game. So I had a feeling like if it's an isolated raid, a lot of the stuff like the weird creatures and enemies and just the natural barriers in that game like could be more prevalent to make it harder. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's even for me though. That's as someone who just doesn't have the time to really get into it. Like, and also there's no wipes. It's all self wiped.
Yeah, it sounded like you get
Yeah.
as I was reading that website, like you get rewards if you wipe it yourself. You can decide to do it yourself, and then you get
Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's almost like if you prestige, and then you just wipe everything and start from scratch, but you'll unlock something. And the hideout has like different sections that are still locked off, so maybe you'll like start unlocking some more places, but again, it's still very early to where a lot of the questions that is answered is like we don't know yet or maybe in the future. So, um but if it's already September and if they keep going, I think it'll be out by early to mid 2026. So,
yeah. It makes me think early because on the frequently asked questions page, they said that by the end of October they're going to have a concrete time. They want to have a more concrete timeline, so we
oh,
might.
then yeah, then okay, then probably 3 months after they'll, you know, it could be January, February. Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, I can see that being a good timeline.
That's kind of what it feels
I
like.
just don't know what game engine they're on either.
I don't
That's what I
know.
wonder. I couldn't find any news on or
I'm
any
just
anything on that
yeah. I just
specifically,
never
but
played.
it's
I never played War Thunders and stuff, so I'm just not very familiar with that studio. So
Well, it's they're developed more specifically by a team called Team Matter. They're just published by Gaijin.
oh, okay.
So a little different, but I'm still like I'm curious what type of gunplay will be introduced. But so
Everyone's
far,
saying UE5 in chat.
everyone's UE5 as well too. Okay,
Source, trust me,
I'm not
bro.
gonna. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, Redbeard also knows this stuff too. So
Does he? He
maybe.
puts up a heck of a front, I'll tell you that. He sounds like he
Respawn
knows
2
what he's
knows his
talking
stuff
about.
too. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, they did mention towards the end as well too of your. I always got to bring it up, DX12 and FSR4 support, so that would make sense for UE5. So
Nice. All right. Well, that's the most nothing I've ever said about a video game while talking about it for 20 minutes ever. So
you're
I'm
welcome.
just,
I mean, I would definitely just keep an eye on it for sure.
yeah, I'm just interested. It looks crazy.
You
It
know,
looks
but
absolutely
yeah,
crazy.
it just brought up the conversation of like we have this, we have Beautiful Light, we have what was the other one again?
Project Spectrum.
Project Spectrum. So it's like we'll see what happens to Beautiful Light in the future.
Yeah, just a little worried about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because they in their play tests are awesome and you can see where it's headed, but they got a long way to
Yeah,
go.
and some big names were already in it and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
mm,
I shoot for the smaller dudes though. We'll root for everybody, man.
yeah,
The more games, the merrier. That's what I say. I mean, I just
yep.
said that. So that's why I just say that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into the meat of the program. Okay. Little Battlefield 6 action.
What all you guys are here for?
Yeah.
Oh, it is proprietary in house. See, Redbeard lied to us. He's fired. He's fired from our research team.
Oh, weird. Weird. Actually, he's probably hired.
That you know what?
He'd
Actually,
fit,
we need someone just like you.
he'd fit right in. So I stole Big Fry's gameplay of Battlefield
Stop.
6, but you guys have been living under a rock. They released some gameplay from the bigger map. The bigger map in Battlefield 6 is the game we're talking about. I was just getting ready to respond to Red. I'm doing a podcast, man. I'm doing a very important show right now. Okay. I don't have time to Google stuff. Just I'm really locked in on my online persona right now. Okay. So yeah, they got some of the new bigger map. I think it quelled a little bit of the concerns of people saying that, all the maps were tiny and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that was good. I thought it looked good. I'm not a big vehicle guy, so I don't really care that much, but everybody was talking about that. And then we'll get into some of the map design philosophy here in a little bit, but did you see any gameplay of like the big map? What'd you think?
I think it looks great. I mean, again, this is from, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 player back in the day, consistently. It is definitely the new map. I like the different lanes or areas it has, of like it has more infantry focused areas, more close quarter stuff where vehicles will have a tighter time trying to get through, so see tanks and stuff like that. But you also have just like the helicopters and the jets flying overhead. It was purely Battlefield, and it's exactly what I wanted. So, um, just seeing, I was watching a couple of videos and stuff like that of just like people, in the middle of combat, just freaking out, screaming, and I was like, "Yep, that's Battlefield." To me at least, this
It
is,
yeah.
I guess it's all of our opinion, but to me, Battlefield is that the main core group of it is the combined arm stuff. So even on a smaller scale like Rush, it depends on the map, but like back in the day, you had like Bad Company 2, like the Bradley and stuff like that. So, on certain maps. So um seeing also Operation Firestorm on screen right now, just oh man, it looks great. It looks so good. Um I didn't think I'd be happy to see this map again for like the third time in a row, but or not in a row, but the third time in a Battlefield game. But I was like, oh dang, it actually looks pretty good. So um, I kind of would like to see what else they have in store. I know this isn't going to be the last map. I know we have some more maps coming down the pipeline in the future. So um, even just I'm not even just talking about like on release, but after release as well too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see that. And like just seeing these bigger maps was gave me a little bit of nostalgia, but I really got nostalgia when they're like running through the trenches and there's like
Dude.
those burn up trees and stuff. It reminded me of the Apocalypse DLC from Battlefield 1, like Passchendaele and stuff,
Yeah.
those like super war torn, crappy trench warfare maps that were so awesome. It just reminded me of
Mhm.
that a little bit. There's just so much more atmosphere on these maps
Yeah.
than on 2042. It's hilarious. Like
Crazy.
just the
Yeah.
level of completeness of the game, even at this level from where 2042 launched, is hilarious.
I was watching the gameplay. Were people's guns getting dirty as well too as they're like running through that as
Yeah,
well?
getting dirty and
Yeah.
also getting blood on them, like when you get hit.
Yeah. That's see little things like that, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't see anything about jets or not jets, attack boats or ribs or like that. Yeah, I'm sure we'll see it maybe in the future, but
yeah. I don't know. Maybe it'd be cool if they did like a naval themed DLC
I
one
would
time.
love another like aircraft carrier spawn on a map. I do miss those days for sure. Launching the jets off the aircraft carrier and stuff like that.
Battlefield 1 had that, where they had the themed DLC and they had a naval warfare one.
Yeah, but
I
that's
can't remember what it
I
was
mean,
called.
I will say the cool part seeing on Battlefield 1 was the dreadnought. Was it the dreadnought on in the or the on I never really played BF1 too much.
Yeah, it was a dreadnought. It
The
stayed
ship,
offshore and
right?
just lobbed shells on the
Yeah.
whole map the whole time.
Yeah, and just like people fighting to go blow it up. That was cool. That I had a fun time when my limited playtime on Battlefield
That
1
lady,
because
dreadnought
I was currently
inbound.
I was in the military at the time, so I didn't have too much time to play. But
I hated the behemoth mechanic, man. It
it
was
was like don't get me wrong, it made for cool like cinematic gameplay, but as an actual gameplay mechanic, it was definitely like, all right,
it had
I'm
that
so tired of
train
this,
on
dude.
one, and then it had that giant
Yeah,
blimp. Dude,
yeah.
but at the time, even
Watching
now,
it go down was
yeah,
sick.
the blimp blowing up was so cool. Like
Yeah. Well,
they killed it with that. It was really cool. But yeah, they said there's some new stuff with like details of mechanics and things like that. On
the thing I know, just seeing like the destruction on the map, I almost feel like Levolution isn't needed because it's already in the game, and not by like it's not a scripted moment. It's just something that naturally happens throughout the match.
yeah, yep,
You know, so I think that's really cool as well too.
yep, agreed. But it's cool. It's cool to see some of the details being added in the game, and it's just, man, for this level, or for what am I trying to say, for this space on the game's timeline to where we're still in beta and stuff, to have the game working this good is just so exciting, man, for Battlefield.
Hmm.
Holy, like they're finally doing it. It's cool. Like we've been talking a lot about Battlefield 6 and about ABI, and it's two games that have actually just done exactly what we wanted so
That's
far.
crazy. Yeah, and
It
it's not just us exactly, but the
the
general audience.
yeah, it's been pretty cool. So I have pulled up here. I just have several of my favorite tweets that I've seen over the week. These are all from Battlefield Bulletin, so give them a follow if you want more up to date news. But they do a heck of a job keeping everything going with what's going on with Battlefield. So I just pulled up some of the tweets from this week that are kind of big news with Battlefield, and we could talk to them a little bit. Dice has internally fixed the sway, so the dispersion weapon bug for Battlefield 6, so it'll be fixed at launch. So that was any so that was when like you would step off of a curb and your gun would like fly all over the place and stuff. The wobble should play from much higher fall heights as it was stated in the first report. So that's what it was supposed to do. Also, some of these bugs that were fixed in the movement, man, I don't know, whatever. I'll talk about the movement again.
We'll
It
talk
was,
about it again.
for the record, it was fine before they changed it. But the this had to do with also some of the physics bugs. Some of that crazy cracked movement that people were sharing around was actually a bug. And that was fixed
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, that was the issue. It wasn't that, the movement was bad. I mean, clearly it was already slower than most Battlefield games. It was just the exploits that people were taking advantage of those issues made it look like it was just, especially seeing that type of gameplay on a smaller map. Everyone's saying, "Don't make it like COD. Don't make it like COD." You know, and then to me, I don't think they nerfed the movement as much as some people think. I think they just got rid of those exploits, and now people online are, it's kind of, I'm seeing both sides. I'm seeing a mix of saying like, oh, they made Battlefield a mill sim, they made it too slow, it's too not tactical, but it's too slow in general, to where it's like people are saying this is
Go play
exactly what
Arma.
I wanted. Yeah, but I'm like, I would like to see something more in the middle of like it. I think you still need to reward players of high skill, um in terms of, in terms of movement, but I don't want it to also be super twitchy and sweaty, and I don't know, it's like it's a weird middle ground that I think needs to be walked on, but I'm curious what to see what the final product, when we finally get our hands on it, will be like, because I'm sure they'll get more feedback now during this, see where that's at, and go on from there. So, but personally, I do know, especially from experience, there's people in Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 that were abusing the hell out of movement in that game. I got a buddy of mine named Crucial on Battlefield 4. Go watch his. I mean, you can literally go on his channel right now and see the type of movement he does on Battlefield 4 specifically. Um, yeah, just hopping around like crazy, one shotting people on their sniper, with a sniper rifle, with a CQB sight, So it's like it happened back then. I think it was a different time and era, and not even just in gaming, but in social media. So maybe I wasn't like it wasn't my job at the same time. So for me, I didn't care. I just enjoyed the game for what it was. But overall, it was a better game than than what Battlefield turned into. Excluding Battlefield 6. So, um, yeah. Well, I don't know. I have to wait and see, get my hands on it, because like even in the beta with all those exploits and stuff like that, which people are using, maybe I saw one or two people that were doing it, but the entire time in the beta, like, to me, map knowledge and positioning won me more of my fights than just crazy 180s and slide cancels and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying um Battlefield doesn't need that at all and whatsoever. It does. I mean, sliding to cover has saved my life a few times, even during the beta, but it also made me slow down exponentially, so it made me come to a crawl, and I had to get back up and get back into the fight, or the dolphin dive. I was able to get out of, I saw a tank, I just ran right back and got right back into cover if I ran around a corner. So, um, there has to be a middle ground. I'm sure it'll be obtainable, but people
Yeah,
people are just gonna complain no matter
that's what
what,
I think,
man.
man. I think sliding needs to be in the game as like a get out of the way thing. Like if you find yourself in a bad spot, it's
Yeah,
like I can slide behind cover, but it doesn't need to be a way to move around the map. It doesn't need to be the meta way to take gunfights around corners. It doesn't need to have slide canceling to traverse the map quickly to constantly spam. I like it to where it's like you get a little boost and then you pay for it. It's got a cooldown. It
yeah,
takes a while to get
yeah,
back up and slows you down. But it's like a oh shit, there's a tank, slide behind the corner and then start
yeah,
running.
yeah,
Like,
dude. I mean, I'm this is a video game at the end of the day. I'm gonna want to hurry up and get behind cover, but I'm gonna, like you said, pay for it at the end. So
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know,
Almost
man.
like Battlefield 5's movement that was perfect and doesn't need messed with. Okay. The next one, this is kind of cool too. Battlefield 6 will let you install whatever you want on your machine. You can choose to have campaign multiplayer and or high resolution textures for both. There's also new graphics preset setting above ultra called overkill via Jack Frags, but you can see the screenshots from that on the screen. So you'll be
So
able to
glad I
manage
got
your
a new
files.
so glad I got a new PC. I'm
Yeah.
gonna need it. I'm gonna need it.
Texture quality,
Overkill my
overkill.
computer.
I'll try to run it.
I'll
I'll
try. I'll give it a shot. Nah.
I'll yeah. I'll crank it on to see
Overkill.
if the smoke comes rolling out of my machine. But yeah, so that's cool. It's this is just another one of those things that lends itself to it's a complete game. It's got these quality of life things. It's got these extra, settings and things that they've worked on. Um, that's pretty cool. So it sounds like this is Yeah, good to be in the game. Awesome. So like if you check out, I love this stuff because you can check out the campaign, and if it stinks, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. If you're done
Please
playing
don't
it, you can
stink. I
uncheck
need
it.
I need a good campaign,
You
man.
can get it off your
I miss
machine.
good. Ugh.
And if you got a lower graphics card that you're not going to use the higher textures, there's no reason to have them stored on your machine. So just saving that space, that's real cool.
Yeah, that's giving us just more options in general is never a bad thing.
I like it.
Now, it's just how you navigate the menus is when it gets a bit just like frustrating. That UI in the beginning was oof. It wasn't the worst thing. It wasn't Call of Duty bad, but it was definitely I'm like, dude, like there were so many things that were hidden under like two extra tabs and option markers. So
Yep.
that was
This
really the only thing.
this could lead to an in-depth conversation because I think this issue with the community goes even deeper than just
Uh-oh.
what they're talking about on the surface here.
We
So I'll probably
might
make a
we
bunch
might
more.
need to ABI for next week then if that's the case. We'll see.
Or at the very least, if you have complaints about what I'm going to say, please send them to complaints at thescopepodcast.com
Should
backslash
put like a
not going to
little
read them.
yeah,
So
just a giant text right now of just that right now on the screen.
yeah. All right.
We're not
So
doing that by the
here's what
way.
was said. Design director Shashank Uchil, okay, said it's been difficult to remaster the match because of fans' nostalgia and rose-tinted glasses and player expectations. He said, "You wouldn't believe how difficult it is because of expectations. People know the map and people have certain expectations, but also there's rose-tinted glasses. Like this is how it used to be. That's where the challenge comes in. How do you make it as destructible as every map in the package? How do we make sure the map works with the weapons, which are different from the weapons in Battlefield 3? It's much more complicated than people think. So it's not just a copy paste of the map. It's a fine line because
Good.
people have really particular views about what that map was. They want that experience realized, but I think that we would disappoint people a little if we weren't able to evolve it and embrace the new ideas and features that we have into this game. To bring back a map like Firestorm, it still works and it's still fun to play. So that's what we're talking. That's what I see, and I can completely imagine what he's talking about. I catch myself doing this too, to where I'm like, man, so and so game, I used to love it. Like even Battlefield 1, one of my favorite games, I put it so many hours into. But if I go back to it now, it feels like the movement's starting to feel like a little bit dated to me and old, and like some of the mechanics feel like a little bit older and could use
Hmm.
an update. But people just have nostalgia, like they remember all the fun times they had in the game and they want the exact thing when it might not
Yeah.
fit into like a modern game setting. So I think that happens with a lot of stuff, man. Like I think that happens when you remaster almost anything from a storied franchise like this. You have you have a push pull of like people that want it exactly like it used to be, people that don't even remember how that was, like and have no idea what you're talking about and want it to play well within like the new game. And just this, we're gonna change it and update it, and then these people are super mad. And then you put it in like the old days and it feels like old and doesn't fit, and then these people are mad. So I definitely see how like remastering and bringing maps in and just copy and paste them is pretty difficult unless you're Call of
Yeah.
Duty.
It's we saw that when we went from Battlefield 3 to Battlefield 4, when we saw Caspian Border and Operation Firestorm, make a comeback for Battlefield 4. And even then, and this was like a smaller time frame between um forget there's a bug in my office. All right. We
Get them.
saw it was a smaller time frame between Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, and people were still complaining about the changes that were made to those maps. Like from Caspian Border, like some people hated and some people loved the tower, the main antenna and Caspian Border being able to get knocked down on purpose with the whole evolution. And then same thing with Firestorm with a lot of the uh, certain gameplay mechanics of like there was more like oil slicks or buttons you can press and it'll get the or get the tower campers off because it would just burn them off the top and stuff like that. But um I think Firestorm is probably, in my opinion. And again, send your complaints to whatever email he sent.
I
But I
change it
think
every time.
Operation Firestorm in Battlefield 4 was actually better than in Battlefield 3, and that might be a little controversial to some Battlefield 3
Do we, do
purists out
I
there.
need a
You
I
know,
need a button for like a hot take alert, like I can push and replace
hot
like
take. Yeah, so the quick shot.
I even
Yeah,
broke
I don't
that.
know. It's just again, it's a. I think the nostalgia helps, or it actually doesn't help. I should say, sorry, when it comes to remastering these maps. Like you said, people have already these expectations in their head, but it's also like you got to remember back in the day that was a different way of level design, and maybe not different in like your basic foundation and core mechanics, but like just the way of thinking back then was different because they had different game mechanics, they had different limitations. Now you have more options to create more destruction in a map, but sometimes that extra destruction that you can do in 2025 doesn't work for a map that was made in 2011, so they have to, like I said, they have to walk that fine line, but I think they can make it work for their own. To be honest, I think any just normal casual Battlefield player would just be happy to see Firestorm or whatever other map they take from another game and bring it back, just as an added map into the game as well too. I think your casual Battlefield fan wouldn't mind it. I think it's
Probably
a good.
not.
I think it's a good. I think it's a better majority of those that just don't care that much, to those
Yeah.
that are just loud on the internet saying like, "Oh, you messed up our maps." It's like, no, no, they didn't.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Those people are the most vocal. And then there's like
Yeah.
500,000 people that just play games and don't get on
It's
the
like, oh,
internet.
thanks for a good game, appreciate it.
Yeah. They're just, just at home, just kicking on the PS5 and sitting on the couch and getting pooped on by me.
You console
Maybe.
plebs.
Maybe. So the next one I want to talk about. So these are just changes, again, changes that have been coming through the grapevine, through Battlefield Labs and other things. So there's a
Yeah.
bunch of changes since the open beta. All ground vehicles now have a temporary recharging speed boost. So if you're a vehicle driver, you can get out of trouble. Helicopter, oh, it's almost like a slide, Blue. A helicopter engine power.
Get it out. I hate it. I'm just kidding.
This is all bad. Helicopter engine power has been boosted. First person view in vehicles has been improved. They are now just as viable as firing in third person.
I do like that. The first person tank view was so bad. You had to stay in third person pretty much the entire time.
The M870A1 shotgun takes more pellets to score a kill.
Okay.
DICE has made several adjustments to the way weapons behave, with recoil and firing characteristics now more accurately reflect the chosen weapon. So that'll be interesting to see. They're changing a lot, as we kind of expected. Like, weapons are going to feel a lot different. What do you think about the shotgun change? I know it was really strong, but I kind of liked having a strong shotgun. I just didn't like the sling thing where the assault person could have both and had no downsides to their
Yeah,
weapons.
I don't know, because it's like up close, a shotgun should do what a shotgun does, right? But I think there were still some moments where even at range, it was killing often that where it probably shouldn't. So, but my main gripe is not even just that. It when it comes to like the open weapon classes, like that's my main gripe. Just being able to have like a really good assault rifle and a shotgun at the same time. That might be too OP. But then they try to balance it out with the whole less ammo in the assault rifle because you're carrying ammo for your shotgun. So I mean, you're not really alive. Some people aren't even alive that long. So I don't know. We'll see. Just get resupplied. But
Yep.
I do think they needed a little bit of a not a nerf where they're just unusable, but a tweak. A tweak was fine.
Says there have been changes to the range differentiation between weapons. So I'm guessing that means they nerfed SMGs that don't shoot as far. Maybe that's what I'm guessing they probably did. There have been adjustments to movement mechanics within the slide and jump speed reduced. Thank goodness, guys, because this was exactly like Apex Legends. Backend and server side, I'm being facetious. Backend and
Sheesh.
facetious. Back into server-side updates, the hit detection netcode have been improved since the open beta. This is a big one if true. It's probably not true. But I feel like game devs always have that in patch notes. We improved the hit reg, and then it feels exactly the same. There
Yeah.
were a lot of weird deaths in the open betas with like
Oh,
super
dude.
bullets, like so many.
So many times where you're like dying pretty much behind a solid piece of cover. You know you're behind cover.
And just like getting
And
into a
man.
gunfight and shooting the person, and you are not taking any hits, and then all of a sudden you're
Dude,
immediately
I
dead.
saw it. Dude, that either that it's like it takes like 20 rounds to kill someone, and then you're dead in like it seems like one, but on their side they'd hit all their shots.
Yeah, I
Because
recorded
your
a bunch
body
of
was
them.
weird.
I recorded a bunch of them where I actually died in like 3 or 4 frames.
Yeah, I remember
And
that. Yeah, I remember
and
that.
then it's like, but the kill cam shows you got shot like 8 times. It's like I only felt
Yeah.
one.
Or I saw it where I would shoot them like point blank, and I'd see the blood splatters, but no hit markers.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
the bullets were physically affecting the player model, but not the actual hit markers was registering.
Yeah. So you were getting a client hit, but not a server hit. Like it was just showing on your screen, but not the server wasn't computing it. So that was awesome. So I hope, man, I hope they did something substantial there, but I have my doubts.
Hope so too.
I have my doubts. Dice's increased inaccuracies when firing while jumping or sliding, contributing to a gameplay place that rewards skillful movement without becoming too fast or unpredictable. Whatever. Operation Firestorm and Merrick Valley include a wide variety of terrain and structures that provide a lot of cover. So
yeah, that's what we saw for sure.
So we saw in the gameplay. So
yeah,
cool.
I love how it was already getting leaked before though.
Yeah,
so fast, dude.
Yeah, dude, Battlefield is the leakiest game like of all time. I put this one in here for Blue. They turned down the sniper glint, so these memes are a thing of the past.
Yeah, I mean, there's always some good memes for sure.
Because it was wild.
Man, yeah, I love that so much. I hated it, but I love it now because it's gone. But it's also, yeah, it was true, man. That meme was just, and what did they do? They just lowered it.
Yeah. So for example, with the sniper glint stuff, we knew this is the console combat designer. He said we knew it was too strong, so we stepped it back. We knew the bullet tracer effect was too strong, so we stepped it back. At the end of the day, it keeps us honest. It keeps us like, hey, we still have work to do. There are things that players are maybe not vibing with or are vibing with in different capacities from a design standpoint. And from the team, we love this stuff. The community is engaged and we are engaged. So just
good words. Good words. I'm just curious, like, I'm sorry, was everyone on the team agreeing with the sniper glint? Like, there's no way. There had to be one person on the team, like, hey guys, isn't it just like a little bit too bright? I'm thinking about that meme, that guy that gets thrown out the
they throw him out the window immediately.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, what should we give our players? More skins, faster gameplay. How about we just reduce those sniper glints? Throw out the window.
Throw 'em out the window. Exactly. This is a big one. So unlike Battlefield 6 open beta, snipers will now have to press the spot button if they want to mark other players. So no passive spotting.
Good. That was the way it should have been.
He says they're bringing back the hollow diamond so you can tell passive from active spotting. So if you're a recon player, you'll get the auto spotting, but it'll only be visible by you and it'll be a hollow diamond. And if you want to spot for the other team, you got to push the button.
Brother, Q spamming was such a big thing back in the day. So like you can still do it, you know. You just gotta work out an extra finger. That's
I remember hearing people had like macros set up for that to just their keyboard just always hit Q or whatever.
Yeah, you right click and it's already just doing it. So like it's whatever. I don't know. To be honest, it didn't make that much of a difference. I did suck being spotted all the time though in certain situations where I'm just
you almost just had to play the game like you were spotted. Like just these people know where I am, and you had to take your gunfights that way.
Yeah. Especially when you on Liberation Peak and you go, walk around the corner, see all those sniper glints. Yeah, you're spotted for sure. puts on sunglasses.
Yeah. So our future's so bright. No, it's not. That's just sniper glint. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of anything else. There's just a lot of rumors and stuff that the news kind of broke of a big leak. It's not official or anything, but it sounds like from what everybody's saying from inside sources, that the battle royale is going to come out on October 28th, which is way earlier than I thought. I thought it would be after
Yeah.
first of the year. I thought they'd let this game cook and do its thing on the multiplayer side, get things lined out, evened out, and then when the hype kind of started to die in the
But
first season, hit it with the BR. But I don't know, man. I usually don't get into this kind of stuff of like games versus games, but it honestly feels like they're going after COD. They're gonna try to get the BR out even before Black Ops 7
yeah.
launches and before the Warzone update for whatever they're gonna do for Warzone. It
That
feels like they're
Warzone
taking them head
gameplay, not
on.
Warzone. Jeez, I'm already saying it. Their BR gameplay gave me some Warzone vibes. Just not as like the crazy UI or movement stuff like that, but just like I can see this being a big BR for a lot of content creators.
And
Um,
there's a subset of people that get physically enraged when you talk about a Battlefield BR for some reason, and I don't understand why. When the multiplayer
it's
game we already know is
if the
going to be good,
multiplayer is good and the
don't
campaign's
play it.
good, that's all I care
You
about.
don't have to
Yeah,
play
if
the
they
BR.
you don't have to play it. There's gonna be enough of an audience that you'll get games, and there'll be Portal. I can't wait to see what that
But
looks like.
I'm excited
You
to
know,
play. I'm excited to play a BR again, and one that's gonna have like the Battlefield mechanics. I'm not gonna have to crouch spam or slide cancel everywhere. Not gonna have
yes,
that crazy fast, stupid, jumpy gunplay and all
I
that
just hope
stuff.
RNG
Like,
is okay.
it
That's what I've always had issues with is really bad RNG on that, but we'll see.
on BRs.
On BRs in general. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like, don't get me wrong, landing in certain spots granted you better gear, but
yeah, that's an interesting.
maybe I just suck. I don't know. Maybe I
No,
just
that's
suck. Mhm.
yeah, skill issue. No, that's an interesting topic because I think there's some merit to both sides of that conversation where you're never gonna fully escape RNG in a BR, like where you land and where you find where the circle goes. But
Mhm.
I think when I was editing for Iron's YouTube channel and they would go on like 100 game win streaks, it goes to show that you can get better. You can increase the probability of a win with your skill. You can't guarantee one, but you can increase the probability by
I
playing a
see.
certain way
I
and learning
see.
the game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, from the gameplay that was leaked and whatnot, I mean, even the intro screen looked kind of cool. I'll be honest. It was definitely giving me some blackout vibes a bit with the helicopter, but and even just like switching out your plates and putting in new plates is such a battle royale mechanic now. I mean, it was there before, and I think I saw someone on the internet and it was like, "Oh, they're just copying Call of Duty," and it's like, "No, dude, plate switching was a thing in some games before." I can I think of them off the top of my head? No, but I know for sure it was. So, it's kind of like the whole
Firestorm,
thing, you know.
Firestorm had them.
Firestorm had it too, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
all
put
right.
plates
So
in.
yeah, so I mean, there you go.
Been around a
Um,
while, but yeah,
yeah,
I'm excited to play one with like the battlefield mechanics, and the destruction's gonna be so sick, and
yeah.
all that stuff.
I agree with space right here though. It's like it has to be good because I think I felt that way. I think
Man,
the burnout was there for a
it
while
was
for
there, but
battle
I
royales.
think it's come to a place full circle where we have such bastardized versions of BR that people are kind of getting the itch to play a real BR again.
I really
Like,
want again.
I'm
Yeah,
kind of
and
seeing
they don't want to go back to playing PUBG because the skill gap on that is just too high now.
it's
You
bad.
know,
I
so
wish I
it's nice
could.
to get something. Yeah, it's nice to get something new. Also, I did not. I still don't enjoy PUBG's gunplay after as many hours. After
It's
playing other
hard to
games,
figure out.
it's yeah. Even when you master it too, it's just not fun, man. I'm not a fan of it. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll give it a shot. I'll definitely play a few rounds. I used to like Beyond back in the day, especially once you figure out how to play it. You know, you like you said, you increased your survival chances, and it was like, okay, now it's fun. I'm curious how vehicles will be implemented and whatnot. We still haven't seen that yet. So, but the
Some
movement seems faster on the leaked gameplay as well too. I don't know if that's just me.
FOV's cranked. No, I don't know.
I don't know. It seemed like it was more like meant for those Call of Duty guys. I don't know if that was just from the one gameplay I saw. It was like, you know, it was like some Chinese lettering and stuff like that. Some Chinese player from leaking from his Battlefield Labs account, but it just seemed very
No.
quick. Yeah. No way, really?
So yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be cool. I'm just kind of to the point where I've haven't played BRs in so long. I'm kind of excited to circle back and play one.
Yeah.
Man, I
Yeah.
keep yawning like constantly. It's almost like I have two
Don't
tiny
do
children at my house.
it.
Um, dude, so is that it for that? And talk about Arena
I think
Breakout a little
yeah,
bit. It
yeah,
might
yeah,
be a shorter
yeah.
episode. That's okay. Um, so Arena Breakout Infinite launched to Steam. We talked a little bit about it last week, but I've had some more time to play it, and I'm just kind of not. I don't know. It's just kind of cool to see the game increasing like it has on Steam over the last few days.
Mhm,
Because
mhm.
it's all the changes that we wanted. They took out pay to win. They added even more quality of life stuff. They fixed a lot of the
The
gotcha
random
mechanics.
stuff.
They added it to
Yeah.
where you can get you can get a bigger secure container by finishing the missions than you can if you buy it. You can't even pay money for the biggest secure container.
Yeah.
You get the biggest one by doing the missions, and it lasts all season. So the subscription model's gone. You can enjoy the game fully with top tier gear and have everything by just playing the game. It's a true free to play game, which I am completely floored that this Chinese studio did that. That is a they've made a ton of money with this franchise in the mobile space where those kind of mechanics are commonplace, and to see them just go so far to the
Mm.
consumer sided spectrum, like on the side of consumers, is crazy.
Yeah.
But I did put money where my mouth is. I bought the battle pass, like $14 or whatever. So I bought the battle pass this season to support and kind of vote with my wallet and say, hey, thanks for taking the pay to win, thanks for taking the subscription shit out, like here's like a little bit of support to keep the lights on or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
so
Mm.
what I have on screen is the Steam charts for Arena Breakout Infinite. Uh, it's going up, so it's been peaking around 40,000 players, and the peak each day is a little higher than
We'll see
the
this
day
weekend.
before.
I'm curious.
Yeah, this weekend will be really interesting because, dude, surprisingly, man, it's been getting like positive. It's very positive on Steam. I
Yeah,
think
80%, man.
80% positive on
I
Steam.
I don't think Tarkov's getting that, bro. I really don't
No,
think Tarkov's getting that
no,
when they come to
I
Steam.
don't think so either. Um, but I was seeing like a lot of Tarkov people coming to Reddit and being like, what's the catch? Like, what's the catch of this game? It feels awesome. Like, when am I gonna get got,
Yeah.
with some kind of mechanic or whatever? But yeah, I've been pretty happy to see like everybody finding it pretty good. They've added a ton to the game, man. They got crafting now. They got a hideout you can customize. I don't know if we talked about that, but you can like paint the walls. You can add accessories, water coolers, pictures, magazine racks. Like you can decorate it with like different stuff that you unlock. The crafting stuff is pretty cool. The full presets are neat. So I'm still coming across quality of life mechanics like a couple weeks into it. You can save full entire presets. um there's a UAV scanner. Did we talk about it last week? So
No,
there's a
no.
heartbeat scanner. We talked about that. That
Oh,
was
wait,
coming
no,
to
we
the
did
game,
the heartbeat scanner.
but there's a
Yeah, yeah.
different one. So there's another pickup that you can't take out with you, so you can only find it in raid. But
Oh,
it's really
interesting.
interesting. It's
Okay.
like an overhead UAV, but you can select a POI and it'll do a one-time scan and tell you if there's players there or not. So it's kind of interesting. Like if you find one and maybe you have a mission or something to do, or you want to go loot an area, you can scan that POI and see if there's enemies there or not. So it's kind of interesting. It doesn't tell you. It's not like a UAV like where they are or how many of what's the where, but it's just like, yeah, there's people here or there isn't. So um that's kind of interesting. But there's so many things now and new items and new stems and like universal keys and things that change your mission in raid. You can't take them out of raid, so you have to use them. So you can get a universal key that you can use on like the best room on the map, but you can't take it with you. So you just got to change up what you're doing and go for it and push it. There's like a bunch of stems and stuff like that, um, that are pretty cool. It also they also added where you can purchase stuff in raid. So like if you're running low on ammo or
You
you're
did
running
say
on
that last time,
heals,
yeah.
you can go to a buy station, but
Is it more expensive?
way more. Yeah. That's how they that's how
Okay,
they
okay.
balanced it. It's got a little convenience fee attached to it.
Uh-huh,
A little fee
mhm.
for convenience.
I ain't paying for these taxes.
Um, not to be confused with, I'll answer PJ's question. He's asking what the recycle boxes are. So they had these a little bit last season. If you get an operator kill, you have access to the recycle stations. But essentially, what that is it's 6 slots. You have to kill a player. Then you can take what is it? Non-operational items, which are stuff you found in raid, and you can drop it in there, and then it'll get mailed to you after the raid if you die or not. So if
Yeah,
you find a super crazy item, you get an operator kill, you can go put that in the box, and then it'll get mailed to you after the raid, even if you die. So it's just kind of a way to get loot out. But man, they've added a bunch of stuff that I've heard of, and I've been like, is that a good idea? Like the heartbeat sensor, and then it's in the game, and it's just like it's
oh,
starting to
yeah.
just be fun, man. Like with all the different mechanics and things that change how you
Yeah.
do a raid. It is literally, and I will say the caveat, I don't consider Gray Zone an extraction shooter. It's my favorite extraction shooter ever. It's like if you had me build an extraction shooter, this is what it would be like, almost to a T. It's got the right amount of quality of life stuff where you spend so much time playing the game. There's short queue times. It's a couple clicks. You can build a full entire kit and get on to the next
Mhm.
one. The missions are doable. They're not beat your head against the wall type missions, and you can progress through and get your stuff, and it's all about PvP and rank system, and it's like dialed in, man. They literally took out all the crap we wanted out. You can't buy
Yeah, I'd say
Cohen.
most
Like,
of the negative reviews I'm seeing though are mainly due to it being free to play and hackers are a thing or an
man,
issue
I just
apparently
don't
at higher levels. Which it's like I'm curious. I'm asking you, like, have you ran into many
know.
hackers or
Maybe one in the last like 3 weeks, and I've been playing a ton.
yeah.
I just haven't seen the cheaters, but
Like
maybe they're
like
hiding it better.
80% mostly positive is great, but like, there's still a good 20%. Mainly I'm looking through the reviews right now, and it's just like Chinese slop this. I couldn't figure out the menu, make it easier, stuff
Huh?
like that. But I am seeing things of just like
What?
how yeah, just really
What?
crappy. Literally like one of the reviews here, I spent 20 minutes between the login screen and it loading the map. Like that
That's not
could
true.
be on you. That could be on you. You have also zero point 0.3 hours on record. So like that's what happens with Steam
Yeah.
and seeing it from behind the scenes as well too. Like there's just going to be people who just like crap on the game regardless.
Yeah,
Um, you
I
know.
thought there was a potential that the Tarkov fanboys would review bomb it and say they copied everything from Tarkov, but it's nothing like. I mean, they may
No,
they might have
no.
with
I've seen
models
a
and sounds and stuff, but
few.
like it plays so different.
Yeah, some people are complaining that it can't be launched on Linux because of the Ace anti-kernel, the Ace,
What?
kernel cheat,
Who
which is like
cares?
maybe I guess for the people that play on Linux that sucks for you,
All
but I
four of
mean,
them?
yeah.
What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
it's or a lot of these even going through some of these are like, oh, it's actually it's an okay game, but they'll still leave it a negative review. So like they have
Yeah,
positive things to say under a negative review pretense. So, you know. Also, people are complaining because it's a Chinese game. They think it's oh, it's Tencent. They're part of the Chinese communist conglomerate over there that's here to take you out through your ABI gameplay. I guess I don't know. Like you're gonna get people like that regardless. So, no,
huh?
I know if you're having fun with it, dude. Like, and you're and I trust your opinion and decision. Like, I know for sure. Like, I literally as we were streaming, at the beginning of the show, I installed it because I'm just like, okay, I want to give it a shot on Steam. I know it's just gonna open up another launcher, so it's not really on Steam, but um, and I never even really did enough on the launcher itself to really warrant anything crazy. So I'll just log back in. I already uninstalled it for my game, for my main PC, installed it through Steam, and I'll play it there. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
Use your level
it's
infinite
something.
pass and you'll get all your stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, it wasn't really much anywhere to begin with, so um, pretty much
But
still starter gear. So,
but yeah, and then
um,
it's just man, it's just like they nailed it, man. Like it's got no wipes. There's still some tweaks that they could do. I could probably be talked into a gear limit on lockdown. So if you guys don't know, there's a normal lockdown and forbidden. They increase in loot, but also in presumably like gear level of players. So there's no. It's really interesting how they went about the matchmaking. Again, it's very PvP focused,
mhm,
where there's no wipe, but if you're a new player, you can jump in at any time and play normal. That you have to have
yeah,
less than 300K on your loadout. That's easy to purchase. You can run those all day and you're going to come across similar geared players and you can build up your stuff. Then when you get your stash built up, you start getting, more Cohen or whatever, want to bump it up to lockdown. You start to feel better. You're going to come across a little bit juicier players. You're going to have a little bit better loot. You get your stash even higher and you're feeling better skill wise. Rock Forbidden, and you're going against Chads and like highest tier gear ever. So you have that progression. It's almost, and it's like you can take it at your pace however you want to, and it's never gonna wipe either. So like if you're a dude that only has time for a game night once or twice a week, you can start that process and go through the game at your own pace, even though it is a multiplayer extraction shooter that goes around progression. You're protected from the Chads that have been playing at no life and have 500 billion Cohen, because you can play normals. So it's
yeah,
just really cool. I think they could add a lockdown cap too, to where it's like you bracket it even more. You have less than 300K, then you have like 300K to 800K, and then you have like above 800K is forbidden, which would be really cool. But man, they did everything when we had. If you go back and listen to the podcast we had with IMO, which is really cool, they did a big $100,000 creator tournament with all the big names, and friend of the program, IMO, they won it. So it was pretty cool. We had him on several episodes back. You guys can scroll through the feed and find it. But all this stuff that we talked about that we had problems with the game, they addressed in the way we wanted them to, with removing red ammo, removing thermals, gear gear caps, like all that stuff, man. Um, so it's just pretty cool. Um, what they did, and it's a really fun game, and it's like I can't wait to play it tonight. That's how I've been with it, because it's just like every raid plays different. There's missions to do again because I'm really grinding to get that 3x3 container. Um, and it's good stuff.
yeah. I'm looking forward to actually getting some hands on myself here soon.
And it
So
runs well in UE4.
yeah, it's a good looking game too, man. Especially when the rain hits right, man. Just oof.
Yeah, I had I did a ABI video yesterday, and one of the comments on it was they it said this game looks too mobily for me. And I'm like, show me a mobile game that looks this good, man. Maybe the menus do, but the game itself is
Yeah.
like clean, man, and it runs great. I run it all day at 2K at 240 frames, like just
Hmm.
beautiful. Um, so I don't know, but they also have events too. Like that's the other thing I didn't even mention for new players. There's a secure ops mode where you can't lose your gear. So if you're really just starting out, you can play secure ops, learn the maps, learn the looting and stuff. When you get out of it, you just get money for whatever you find. It just gives you money. So you can just keep playing that and getting money. And if you die, you just don't get your stuff, but you don't lose your loadout. So you can just keep playing secure ops and learn the game if you want
Learn
to.
the game.
And then they
Yeah.
have the elimination modes every once in a while. That's like a one life 4v4 gunfight mode, round based. Super fun. Like they have that
Is
added
that
in
an
there.
AR-57 you're rocking in that
Yeah. Yep.
video? That's nice.
Yeah. It slaps
It's such
people.
a such a crazy crazy platform. Like, let's just put a P90 mag on an AR. Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. But they have so many guns and so much customization in this now. Like there's
Damn, I just saw you
what
yank
they
a
say.
drink from your friend. That's horrible.
I did
How dare
actually.
you?
I caught some guff for
Right at
that. They
the
were mad.
end.
I got a little taurine. I needed it. But yeah, they there's like 80 some guns in this thing, something like that. It's pretty wild. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I I
yeah,
I don't have anything to say mainly because I haven't played it, but I would just say from people who are crapping on the game for dumb reasons, just don't. I
I
guess
mean,
I
it's
don't know.
I just don't know. Sure, there's things that I would like to change, here and there, but
Yeah,
like, I I think you'd be hard pressed to find something in this game that's just like, if you're an extraction
it's
shooter fan,
free to
that
play,
you're
man.
just
You
like
know,
is game breaking, you know?
you don't have
Like,
to pay a single dime.
yeah, and that's what's crazy. Like a lot of games, even like if we want to talk about it's so crazy. Man, a Chinese game from a mobile franchise is free to play, but it doesn't have like gotcha mechanics in it. You can experience all of the stat changing weapons and stat changing things by just playing the game. Not even Tarkov has that. You have to have the EOD or the Unheard edition for the big secure container. You can grind out the missions in this and get the secure container for free. I don't even think you can buy the biggest secure container. You have to complete the missions to get it. And what's really cool is along the way you unlock the 2x2 container, the bigger container. You unlock
Mhm.
like 30-day passes of that as you're progressing through the missions. So while you're working towards the big one, you still get a bigger one as you go for free. So you don't
Damn.
have to pay for the subscription for the secure container at all anymore. At all. And yeah, it's like there's so many events too to get like free money and stuff like that. Like you can do little side missions. There's hundreds of different missions for different events that if you're a mission person that you can do, and if you're a PvP person, you just go shoot people and rank up and play for rank and just play PvP. It's got it all, man. Crazy. I don't know. It sounds like I'm shilling for it, but it's literally a free game. So go try it and then tell me I'm stupid.
And 10-cent show got him. We got him.
I'm a 10 cent
Send in
shill,
the
yeah.
guys. Send in the guys.
Because you can literally go play it for free. So that's me trying to sell the game that doesn't cost anything. Um, yeah, Frank asked an interesting question. Delta Force has some of these elements, but it's in the toilet. Man, to me, I can just tell you from my point of view, this versus Delta Force is literally the specialists. Like I just don't
Yeah.
like the specialists, man. It's even a little bit more arcadey. I really like the setting and the vibe of this game more, being a little bit more gritty and grounded. I just was so fatigued and over specialist after 2042 to play against those with all the drones and the weird nanobots and like all that stuff. Like I just was over it. And so
Same. Same.
um
It was okay at the start, but then it really got annoying.
yeah.
And
Let's do a chat QA session. Mimetic asked another good question. You see comments complaining about no wipe. Curious what would be the pros for wipes versus no wipes? That's a great question. Like I laid out all those ways that new players can slowly ease themselves into the game. I think having wipes would be incredibly terrible. And because of what it does to Tarkov, and I'm thinking from the casual player,
yeah.
if you're a no lifer, if you just play Tarkov all the time, wipes are great. It gives you a chance to restart, get ahead of everybody, and smack some noobs around for a while. But if you're somebody that doesn't want to do that and doesn't want to grind and go through that progression again, in this game you don't have to, and there's still progression in other ways. You can progress
Yeah.
and get more money. There's the hideout stuff like that you can do. There's still tons
Mhm.
of progression, but you don't have to start from scratch, and you can work through it on your own pace given the different normal, forbidden, and lockdown. So this solves the wipe problem, because as I look at wipes, they're a problem, and they're actually an unintended game mechanic that
It wasn't
happened from
supposed to be that
Tarkov
way.
just
Yeah.
because of development. They needed to wipe the game to start over, and then people started to like it. So it's just like
Yeah.
I see wipes as a big negative, and I think it's a
Yeah.
huge positive that this game figured out how to do a no wipe extraction shooter. So
Especially
you
with the gear score too. Especially because people liked the like early stages of wipe because they fought more lower geared or similar geared players. You can still do that whenever you want on ABI.
Yeah, and that would be something too. Frank adds a good point that Arc Raiders is going to do a kind of prestige thing. Tarkov has this too, but I wouldn't mind seeing that in this game. If you get to a level of like, if you get to like 100 million Cohen or something, like just a
Yeah.
massive amount of Cohen, you can use that to buy like a super crazy cosmetic and it wipes your stash, and and you start
Yeah, it's
over.
kind of we talked about active matter. They're doing it, so that'd be cool
Yeah,
to see if ABI does something like that. Yeah, just so you know, I was like, oh, this guy's sure
yeah,
he's playing with us right now, but he's been prestige 3 times, or something like that. That'd be cool.
yeah. It would be really cool if it was like something stupid, like a 500 million Cohen or something, but you get like this nasty looking skin, and then it's just like a way to start over for those that want to. But if you don't have to, the game runs fine. And I honestly think, man, and I don't know how to feel about this as someone who's like always been like staunchly against skill-based matchmaking. I think there's gear-based matchmaking in here, and that's honestly another way to get around the issue of no wipes. You play against players of similar gear. I feel like we still run across
Yeah,
tier 6 chads
I I
sometimes.
I still
It's
I thought that was
soft,
confirmed.
but I feel it, and I
Is it
don't
not
hate it.
confirmed?
I don't think it's confirmed. There's the gear limits, right? Like if you play normal, no one can have over 300k when they go in.
That's true. Okay.
But I
Okay.
just
So,
mean
but
even
it's
in
not
lock,
gear matchmaking in
but but
particularly.
I
Okay.
feel like, yeah, I feel like even if you play lockdown and you're running tier 4, you usually come against those guys. If you start running tier 5 and tier 6, you start to run into more chats. It feels like, just anecdotally, my opinion, it would not surprise me if they had a little bit of gear based matchmaking in there. But
I don't mind gear based matchmaking because then it's still you still could have certain skill levels around that time as well too.
yeah, I don't know, man. That'll be interesting. What kind of reviews do you expect for the release of Tarkov on Steam?
I
Um, I
don't
have
know,
no idea,
man.
man. They could be
It's
that's a toxic crew of people. I don't know, man. I expect they're probably going to be
uh
pretty rough. But I will say,
yeah.
in Battle State, Nikita's defense, the fact that people are upset for having to rebuy the game if they want to play it on Steam is a little weird. Like it's always been that way with other games. Like if I buy Battlefield on EA Play or EA app, I don't get it on Steam. Like why would
Yeah.
that be a
Yeah, that's
thing?
true.
So people are super mad you have to rebuy the game if you want it on Steam, and I don't fully understand it. Now ABI lets
I
you swap
will
to Steam if you
I
want
would
to,
like
but
to see especially I mean the Edge of Darkness guys kind of I feel bad for those guys in
that's me.
particular. Sorry, brother.
Pour one out.
It was a lot of money. It's just a lot of money in the beginning. But that's the thing too. Like you were paying for an early access game, so you wanted to see where that game went in the future.
I
Um,
saw where it went. I saw it
it's a,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Um,
that's
I don't
funny.
see too much of an issue with
Worst
that
game
either.
ever. 4,786 hours on record.
Yeah,
I hate it. A
this
billion
game
hours.
sucks. Don't buy it.
Oh,
Yeah, I think we'll in the beginning it'll be like negative reviews and maybe over time it'll go back to being positive. We'll see. But apparently the creators that were there that saw stuff behind closed doors at the event were saying that it is different in a good way. So we'll see. I don't
yeah.
know how much different they can make it.
There were people hyping it up. But man,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna 100% before, if you've been waiting for Tarkov to come out to Steam, just give ABI a chance because it's
Hmm.
free. If
Hmm.
you don't like it and you want to go ahead and try Tarkov, you can. But man, ABI has been so good, dude. Like, and it's free, and it's such a fair game. Like, they're so fair with it being free. It's crazy. Um, so I hope they can maintain that. I hope the player base doesn't drop to where they have to maybe take away the big container for free or do stuff like that. Um, so yeah, I don't know, man. That's what I've been thinking of ABI. I'll be playing some tonight. I'm kind of halfway excited, completely off topic as we end the show here. Did you see the new stuff coming to YouTube? I'm kind of excited for dual format streaming to come to YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. I did see that. I don't know. I'm still kind of weirded out by all the stuff they're doing in the background, and the back end stuff. So we'll
It
see.
hurts me.
Yeah. You got bigger creators out here saying that they're feeling an issue with their views. Imagine us.
Yep. Dude, this is a sick clip. I actually smoked this last dude with my last bullet. And then I was
Nice.
looting and trying to get all my friends' stuff out because that's how insurance works in this game. you take your friend's stuff out and then it automatically gets mailed to them. So that's how they kind of combat
True.
microtransactions. And there's no insurance. You just haul your buddy's stuff out and they get it back. I was loading up all this stuff, and then these ultra chads pushed me, man. They dropped like 2 nades at my feet and then simultaneously swung me with like meta weapons and just deleted me. But I had some good clips here with the 3-piece. It was pretty sweet. You can't even see it because I'm watching it on the other monitor. But yeah, never mind. Oops, that's my bad. I was watching it.
Well, that's all right.
That's bad. That's bad production. It's you know, we do that around here. So I guess that's a show.
I think that's a show, dude.
I ended the show with a massive disaster of being on the wrong scene, just as it should be. All is right in the world.
It was meant for a reason.
Yeah, sure was. Guys, if you want to support the show, there's several ways to do that. You can share this around, be a friend, tell a friend, hit the like button, do all that good stuff. But yeah, we ask that you just share it around. If you guys can and are listening on the audio platforms, hit us with a 5-star review. We appreciate it. And I think we're up to almost 260 something downloads a week now on the audio side of things. So a lot of you guys listening, and it's pretty cool. And I appreciate it, man. And we'll see you guys next week. Have an awesome week. Thanks, Blue.
Bye.